1, 2, lift. The podcast. Hey, Cass, we're back.
We are back, and I'm so excited because
Why are you excited?
I get to be the interview person,
Well,
the host,
okay.
and you are on the hot seat, my friend.
Well, are you ready for this?
I'm ready.
Okay.
So he doesn't know the questions right now, but they're really like floaty. But I know Luke, he'll find a way into the depths.
Well, or I'll avoid them entirely and turn it around and start asking you questions.
True. Okay.
Let's see how this goes.
Here we are, babe. So I think we had some good insight into the loving, beautiful person you are, and in some of the previous podcasts if you watch. But, we can never guarantee people watch like all this rambling hours of talking. So
My rambling hours of talking.
hours. I meant like we can never guarantee people have watched this like a series,
No,
okay?
and it's true, and
this
it's
could
important.
fall on anyone's lap. So I just want to ask you, like, how would you describe the phase of life you're in right now? Where are we at? What are we at? What is Luke doing?
Where are we at?
No, that's a big question. Like, what phase of life are we in? You in?
So I am 46 and a half
And
years
hot.
old. And I am rapidly graying in my beard.
But you did shave it the other day to get a facial, and I was a little weirded out. I missed the beard.
Yeah, the boys were right freaked out.
Same.
How long have I had that beard? Like a December beard
Oh my
started
God.
like 9-10 years
Forever
ago.
ago.
No, 12 years ago.
Yeah.
14 years ago.
And seeing that fresh face, I was like,
It's not that good.
No, I just missed the beard.
I know.
I like the white beard.
So the fact that all of you hated it made me want to keep it for a little while, but
And
the
now it's
truth
back.
is, yeah, I prefer the beard too. So
Here we go.
now you know I've had a beard for more than 10 years.
Mm-hmm.
And the question was, what phase of life am I in? So I am in a phase of life that is probably the most exciting and interesting and dynamic of my life. And that is, it is for largely, I don't know, selfish reasons, but selfish isn't the right word. I am in an exploratory phase, Cass. I am working very hard to figure out who in the heck this fella is at some of the darker places that I've never explored. And through seeing, I feel like I'm starting to like this guy. So
Yeah.
I'm digging it. You know what? I tell people all the time, 40s is where it's at for dudes.
100%.
My 40s have been my jam.
40s are hot.
And I'm only partway through. So you can keep calling me hot, though. That's great news.
The thing is, babe, I love that you say that you're figuring this guy out. But, man, I've never seen a guy figure himself out the way you have and continually growing all the time and, raising the roof, raising the bar higher and higher, but then letting yourself just be. So I'm so proud of you. So we could go into that for a whole other thing. But this is Luke today, 46.
Thank you
Half
for
a
saying
beard.
that. Thank you for saying that. It means a lot. As I've mentioned, I think before, I owe a great deal of any growth I've managed to two things. One of them is you and your patience, and the other is writing. Writing has been my primary outlet, aside from the insights I've garnered from you, to getting to places like when I've been writing. I've written things that I had never even thought before, just spontaneously, and it's been a wonderfully freeing experience.
Gift.
So
If I think, like, Luke, one of the things when we started, dating was the way you would write to me. Maybe it wasn't always by pen and paper, obviously, but it was in the way that you wrote in your text messages, in the original email that when I applied for a job at your, health clinic, the way you write is it's descriptive, but yet, it has a lot in it. And I'm so proud of you for writing the way you've actually always said to me that you would love to just write one day, and the way it comes to you and the things you're creating. I'm so excited. We're like a creative house over here.
yeah, this is a bit.
We got drawing, we got charcoal, we got piano, we got DJ boards, we got bongos.
There's a lot
Smith
of action.
made percussion.
Oh yeah, that school project really added to the. It's like a little shaker.
It's like a
thing.
shaker.
No, I'll be honest. The bottles we got them way too long.
Way
I
too
didn't
long.
really pay attention.
We
to that
can
part,
redo
but
it.
I tell you what, it's rocking. It's rocking.
It's rocking. Okay, babe. So that phase of your life, which I love. I'm gonna ask a funny question. What's been taking up most of your energy lately, but only in a good way? This is only in a positive way. Just because I'm your wife, you don't have to get all like
All right. So, what is taking up?
in your mind, in your physical, in your soul, like on the total, all those things.
Yeah, I think this. I think when I say that I'm in an exploratory phase, it translates across almost 100% of every area of my life, and I think when you're engaged in, at the very least, an evaluation or an audit of your entire self, that draws a lot, and your success, professionally has given us a little bit of grace financially for me to consider making a career move, and
Don't you have done so amazing.
I have taken to a very challenging path in day trading, and I am absolutely obsessed with learning. And perhaps if you were to list top 5 traits of Luke, a love of learning would be one of them, I would imagine. And so I found a very deep well here, and so it has taken a great deal of my time and energy, but nothing ever gets more of my energy than my efforts to ensure that I'm
Yes.
helping our family achieve our goals. And I have had to evaluate the way, obviously, that I communicate with you, with the boys, with our many pets, the way that I use my words, the way that I show up physically, and most importantly, probably the way that I frame all of those things in my own head. Because by changing my perspective on some of the mundane tasks of a day, I find joy in them now in a very different way, and I think that changes a lot for our family.
Wow.
So that's what takes most of my positive mental effort.
See what I mean, guys? When you don't see it coming, he gets deep. And I know that is 1,000,000% true. And I think, Luke, I'm in awe of you, how when you dive into something, you dive in all the way. I think he told me in one of my interviews, he said, like, you're so loyal, Cass. And this guy, man, he's loyal through and through. And I just love your, desire, the thing in you that always wants to learn and do better and constantly, show up better. So I love that.
Thank you. You could have been married to anybody, and you picked a nerd like me.
I know he's such a nerd. Sometimes it's annoying, but I like him.
It's less annoying because you just ignore me a good percentage of the time. You can tell by my face when I want to tell you something about quantum physics, and you just smile and nod and blank out.
Kind of, yeah. I love you. Okay, so back to business. Okay, you guys, lots of things has changed, in the life of Cass and Luke, and not just by jumping and moving to Spain and selling our lives, but what have you been enjoying most about this way of life? And let's talk in the present. It doesn't have to be just Spain, babe, but I know you'll find a way to navigate this question. But
yeah, I think that is a thoughtful question and will appeal to a number of listeners.
Exactly.
And so, what the answer is very, very easy. The thing that I enjoy most in this moment and in all of the moments that I can think of in the recent past and I guarantee the future is the fact that we have made, in some ways, a sacrifice in terms of our
Definitely sacrifice.
daily living environment in terms of size and things.
Right.
But we live essentially right on the Mediterranean. And that was our dream 10 years ago. And
I can't believe it.
I can't believe it.
We're here.
It's lunacy.
Pinch me.
But the connection to the sea that I have developed, you could attest, Cass, whether it's 8 in the morning, 2 in the afternoon, or often 2 at night, I am in that water all year round, and even when it's effing freezing. And I go in with so much reverence of the sea. I just am captivated
Here's a deep
by
question.
life on the water.
Why do you think that is with the water? Because even before we lived on the Mediterranean, we lived on the Great Lakes in Canada. We lived on Lake Huron. If you guys know that, it's a huge lake, beautiful body of water. But we actually had a pool together. But everywhere we went, we hiked in winter, and my husband is still jumping in pools in lakes in northern Ontario. what do you think that is? What is it to the water?
It's probably a question I don't have 100% answer to.
Because I have something to say here.
Please.
When we met And this is nothing against, I just love that life can, when you put something, Luke would always say, like, I'm meant to be in the mountains. I'm meant to, be in the mountains. But watching my husband like a fish in every body of water this man has been in, and the way he is on the beach, the way he loves the sand, the way he goes in waves, the way he looks like, a teenager body surfing in Mexico. Like
I did almost die in Puerto Escondido.
And after spending all this time with my husband, my beautiful Luke, my fish, my turtle, every type of water animal, he really can be all of them. But I asked him once, I said, so you always said you're like this mountain guy, which of course you are. But if you had to pick, and you finally said it. You said the water.
Yeah, I've resisted.
And then I was like, we're meant to be. Because I love the water.
It is true though. Now that we've lived here, now that I wake up and smell it and hear it, and my feet are grounded in it every day. The salt is different than the lakes, and I love the Great Lakes, but I love all water, as you've said. There's something that has really struck me about the dichotomy of the Great Sea, as they used to call it, the Mediterranean, and all large bodies of water. But this is a special thing. I mean, civilization has been seated around it for thousands of years. But I am reverent of the ability of the sea to be both peaceful and powerful, to embody a calm, serene energy, and the next day to show rage and fury. I am genuinely, as a soul, inspired by the way that body of water hosts all the life, all the energy. It's a sinkhole of the universe's energy. The force lives in there, and I am blessed to have it in my life every day. I just, honestly, it sounds like I'm going overboard, but I'm not, because I'm a nut.
And even just like the feeling when we're all together, just in the sand, and the smells and the things we've seen, and babe,
with the boys when we moved here,
there's nothing like the Mediterranean. Like, we've been all over. We've been on some of the most beautiful beaches, oceans, but there's something about the sea.
Yeah, it is lovely, and I don't want to take away from the Kitties Coast, because it is my favorite place, and it's Atlantic. But I just want to say,
but it's so good.
I know, it's so good.
Yeah.
I don't know. It's funny. The boys were 1 and 2 when we moved, right? And we tried the whole beach toy thing. The bucket and the shovels and the this and the that's, and inevitably we lost them all. But regardless, I would dig with my hands to make the castles that the boys would probably stomp. And now, and it's been many years now, the boys are 6, 7.
6, 7.
We have these things because we've acquired them, these little shovels and shit. But the honest truth is that in every instance at the beach, we all just dig with our hands.
Yeah. I think that goes to the question too, the simple way of life here, but I'll get into that one. But yeah, we do. But I want you guys to go back to this part about Luke. Is he's very he's a grounded, he's a balanced person. Like, he'll be in the sea for hours in every type of wave, in flat seas, every type of water. But then the way he is in the sand, the way he can create things with, some rocks and some sticks and any type of sand, dark sand, light sand, white sand, pebbles. You amaze me. And he even built a pool for our boys. And
I
literally
I stole that idea.
I know, but still
sweet.
You did it better.
Sweet.
And it's probably one of the most attractive things about you is the way you equip us to go to the beach. Like, he just does it. And the way you are there, we're all taken care of. Like,
that makes me feel good.
I'm proud of you. I love that.
Thank you for saying that.
Okay.
I think maybe I was supposed to answer that last question and talk about the outdoor way of life and stuff, but like,
there's that.
I took it as a really personal question. I gave the most personal answer. I'm sorry.
But didn't I warn everyone? I said, I'm going to ask these questions, and don't worry, he's going to find an interesting way of answering. That's what I love about you. This is Luke. Like, no matter what I ask, he'll find like a little pot, like a little hole to go through.
But the outdoor way of life thing, we manage in this very small house that is too small for us here with the boys and the many pets.
Yeah, there's lots of ponds. But
we love it because we're outside all the time.
And close.
But I tell you what, here in the south of Spain, the 40 days a year that it rains,
shoot,
it's miserable.
It's really bad.
This house is too small.
These walls are porous.
Yeah, it's awful.
Concrete. Anyway,
so,
but
there's a downside to everything, and this is us being real, keeping it real.
Yeah, but we're gonna give you all the realities of living in Spain next. When it's Spain with Cass, it's Spain with Luke. Okay, this one's such a good one, and it's so funny because how would you describe our family life right now? How would you describe like what is our family life like? And I can't wait for you to answer this question that I thought of.
How would I describe our family life? We are.
And actually, that leads into the next question. So I'm sure you can answer into it. Is like just your favorite moment with the boys recently. So talk about our family, and then I really wanted to know, favorite moment with the boys. Like what? Like I don't have to be there, but what do you treasure about right now, our family life, and favorite moments with the boys?
What I would say first, and lovely question, Casson. Thank you. What I would say about our family life right now is we are in that moment. You know when you try and start a fire, right? And let's say your wife is making you start a fire in a chimney that has been rained on for 3 or 4 days with wood that has also been rained on for 3 or 4 days, and so you know that this will be almost Sisyphean in its nature, but you're going to try because sitting out around fire with your wife is a good moment. And so
you guys have no idea. We got to get these videos on YouTube.
So I drew a little story into a answer. It's not a non sequitur. It does apply. We are in the point where we have.
Who knows what that word meant?
The kindling is cut, and we have all the fire starters in place. Wow. And we have been through the hard part. It has sort of lit and gone out and lit and gone out. But you know what we've been doing?
Oh, babe.
We're drying the wood. We're drying the ash underneath. And we are at the point now where that first real flame has caught, and we've got that crackle. The first crackle.
It's the best.
That tells you that something has actually caught.
Something's lit.
And I think right now we are all at the first crackle.
Maybe 2 crackles.
I just am so sure that all of the things we have worked through together as a family, too numerous to mention, and I think that we have united, we've dried everything out, and we are ready to absolutely cause an inferno. And we're going to melt my chimenea, which is actually quite rusty now. You bought it for my birthday. I think
I love metaphor. I love these.
I really hung into it.
Yeah, you did, and that's so.
I did that for you,
Kaz.
So.
And Luke could do it better.
the thing that I am drawn to right away in terms of moments with the boys, I think there are so many interesting ones.
But just like, I know what you're gonna say. I don't know what you're gonna say.
I know.
There's so many moments. They're so great in every thing.
I'm pulled to 3, and they're all kind of different. But there was a day last summer, and your parents had just left, and it was way too wavy for the boys to be in. But it's end of summer. It's August now.
I know.
And your Nana, I love you so much, and it's your job to be cautious. That is the thing. But
Luke, don't take the boys out there.
Waves a quarter the size. She was admonishing me for having the boys out there.
Yeah.
And this day was genuine wavy. And for some reason, the boys all had this thing going. Like we all had stank. And boy, oh boy, they got just tumble dried, and not one tear, not one complaint.
It's like they needed it.
And I just was in my absolute heaven. So that is one moment that I can think of. But more recently, and I'm not sure if this is even a thing that I should tell people that we do, but when the energy is a little bit too boyish, we've developed.
There's a lot of masculine energy.
We've developed a slap off.
Oh God! And Mama is not around. Like,
no, we keep asking, but you don't want anything to do with it. So we all take off our shirts.
So weird.
And the slaps are on the shoulder.
They flex their abs, by the way,
it's
and their biceps.
For sure we do.
And they're like, mine's bigger. Feel mine. I'm like, oh my God.
Oh yeah. So we got to pump everybody up with a little flex down, and then the boys take turns. They give me Smith is left-handed and Ren's right-handed, so this is helpful, right? So one shoulder gets hit by one kid, the other, and then I hit them. I slap them back in their shoulder. That's some percentage less than how well they whapped me. And I think the other day we did maybe the 4th time we've done this. And we had only one cry, and we called it a draw. They were so tough,
so fair.
And they tried to like straight face it when they straight face it and look me in the eye, and then they're like, "Oh, that one hurt." And as they get older, I'll be honest with you, my shoulders were red AF. Like they were thumping me.
Babe, it's just so funny to me because they all come running out to me. Like Luke,
we all want to show you.
No, but the funny thing is, like Luke looks like the youngest brother coming out. Like he's so excited.
Mom,
it's like they're the older brothers, and Luke's like, "Mom, look!" And seriously, like they're all beat red on the arms. And the funny thing is, I've seen the boys like barely touch each other when they're in the mood, like, and like they're like wobbing each other, but they're so proud of the red marks. It's like, do you guys remember this snake what was it called? It was like a rug burn on the arm. It was like a snake burn.
Yes, I don't think we call it the thing that we used to call it.
Oh, I
So
can't
they're
even
politically
remember. I
correct.
just remember. Oh yeah, but I just remember
It was
just like,
indigenous Native American burn.
oh, how awful is that? But at the same time, it was just where you basically put two hands on and you like
Twist the
revert,
skin back
you
and
just
forth,
twist it.
Yeah.
So I was thinking it was snake bite, like burn
Yeah.
or something.
Yeah.
Anyways, man, you would hold on for dear life, but you sucked it up. But then if your sibling like barely touched you, you're like, ah! Like it's so funny. I'm just when the boys come out with no shirts on and red shoulders, and Luke looks like the youngest of the three. I'm like, okay, love you boys. I'm just like
This is all leading toward mercy fights and arm wrestles as we move forward. And the boys know for
God.
sure that I've said over and over
I'll be in a
that you will not beat me at anything until you're 18 years old.
I just
The
have to do a
problem
few
is
more
I'm
weeks.
46. I've got a lot of time that I need to keep this body working. So
and they're strong.
They're
And
strong.
I
Kicking my butt
will
in no
always
time.
be up for an arm wrestle. I just have to do some like
something.
working out. Yeah.
Yeah.
Oh, Rennie's waking up. We're up early doing this podcast.
Hi, Rennie
guys.
Boo.
So Ren just woke up. You say hi. Hi. I love him. Okay, so we're not gonna get too heavy here, babe, because we have a couple things to get through, but
I think we passed that bar a while ago.
we always do. You know, what have you been trying to be better at lately? And you don't have to get too into it, but I just think for the crowd, like, you are a beautiful man with all the heart, the knowledge, a beautiful family, beautiful wife.
No doubt there. Smoke show.
Just like you, people love you everywhere you go because you offer something of peace, you know. And I think like for anyone, just like get real with, and you don't have, like I said, it doesn't have to be an explanation because we have lots of growth podcasts to come. But like, what do you feel like you're trying to be better at right now?
Trusting my first intuition. I think that I have a very good sense of people's motives. And I am also trying to not fix the energy in a room by creating peace, oftentimes by sacrificing something. So I am really just trying to be authentic and honest in all engagements, regardless of the potential outcome. I'm not a politician. I don't need to placate.
Yeah, and babe, I'm proud of you for saying that. And the one thing that we've discovered lately is this husband of mine. He has helped me create boundaries to people. You know, I tend to, and this is through my beautiful husband helping me. And it's just like, I tend to give. And in the end, like I don't have boundaries, and that doesn't make sense. Right. And I think something recently we found is that Luke loves all, and he doesn't also realize how much he gives. And, you know, things stay in your mind if you feel bad or you feel obligated or you feel like, oh, we have to do this, or that's why in the last podcast we said, like, you know what, let's do us. And I love that about him. But I think it was the first realization we came to this week is like, you have to set boundaries for you because you give. And the way he gives is he listens to people. He gives them beautiful advice. He listens with open heart and full mind, and he uses his heart and his mind to help people. And I'm like, babe, you need to do that for yourself. Like, you don't realize how much you give. And I'm so proud of you for that. I think there's worse problems, but I know that he's trying. That's why I say, like, let's do this. Like, you know what? We don't want to go? Oh, no. I love you.
That is a very lovely compliment.
It's true.
Thank you, Cass.
That's what
I
you
think
do. It's advice
putting-
you've given me, and look at this.
putting it in a harder way, I would say that I won't ever be passive again and mistake that for peaceful. Peaceful's good.
But
Passive sacrifices yourself. And I
we
won't do that.
realize, both of us have realized, passive doesn't mean, by being passive, the alternative is you don't have to be aggressive. It's just about like standing up for something in a peaceful way, even, and then sayonara, sweetheart. You know, like,
Yeah,
just boundaries.
I can
just boundaries.
do. I can do another longer
We have
chit
so
chat
many
on
podcasts
peaceful
on
and
this.
passive.
It
It hit me square in my
Babe,
chest.
we've
when I
learned a
figured it
lot.
out.
We've learned such a freaking lot together. But anyways, this man is a beautiful soul. So if you're lucky enough to have him, hold on to him. Okay.
Well, that's just you, babe. So
I
hang
just
on to
mean-
me.
I mean, like, anyone who gets a bit of you, treat him well. What's something people wouldn't expect about you right now? This was a fun question for me to write down earlier today.
Well,
What do people don't expect about you? Because you've changed so much from the Luke that Cassandra met.
jeepers.
Like
creepers.
everything.
Yeah, 180 degrees from that poor egotistical hiding little guy. But
Yeah, but no, you just
but
grow.
where I am right now, that is most surprising, is that I have discovered that. See, I always knew I liked to write, but what I
He
never
did, but-
knew is that I would like to draw,
Oh my
or
God.
even more so, to paint.
When
I
we
love
post
it.
this, can I post the first painting that you
Sure.
ever did as
Yeah.
the... Okay, guys, if you look in this thumbnail, this is literally the first painting he's ever painted.
With like
and I'm gonna,
cheap dollar store paint.
I hope that I can make it so that you can see the original photo of me with this, and it's cheap dollar store paint, and he's using like a 50-cent paintbrush, and he's basically down on the beach. And my goodness, my husband amazes me in his art. And I knew this when we first started dating, and we would go to like, you know,
The
what was the
restaurants.
one restaurant?
that gives the paper menu.
Like Boston Pizza. That's what I was gonna say. Boston Pizza. But there was the one. Let's give a shout out in starting. What's the one in the chicken place? McCartney.
Oh yeah, McCarthy's. Down in the north end.
McCarthy's.
Yeah, yeah,
Best chicken ever. And I sang a couple.
medium lemon pepper mixed wings.
Medium lemon pepper for anyone who's in Sarnia. Go to McCarthy's. It is the best.
I wouldn't make a
chicken.
trip back to Canada for it right now,
We get the boneless.
but get boneless, medium
Boneless.
lemon pepper mix.
Two
Yes.
orders for sure.
Beautiful.
Oh my god, my mouth started watering.
Yeah, I know.
Anyways, we used to start having dates there because we lived in this really cool place together.
Cool.
But every time we went, Luke would like take the children's crayons, flip the menus over.
Those 3 color packs.
3 colors,
What
and
was
they were
it?
cheap. They were
Blue,
basically
red, and
breaking in
yellow?
your
Blue, red, yellow?
they were breaking in his hands, but he'd use like a 1-inch little crayon as they broke in his hand because they're so cheap. No offense, McCarthy's. And draw these outstanding mountains and trees. Like it looks like like the west side of Canada, which is like the Rocky Mountains, which is like the most beautiful landscape. And he was like, "Oh no!" I was like, "Babe, you're really good." He's like, "Yeah, really? I'm just drawing, you know." And I was like, "Oh my god, it looks like I'm looking at like like it was so beautiful." And I was like, "You're really good." And then we started having kids, and he's like, "Oh, you guys like dinosaurs? Oh, you guys like this?" He's drawing like freaking amazing things. I was like, "Stop this! You are so good."
I did nail those dinosaurs for that birthday party. It was
I
sweet.
still have them saved.
So the one thing I will admit to
You're amazing.
is that I had this vision. So for those who aren't from Canada or anywhere,
And
else,
he sings.
There's a
He sings like a voice of an angel. Like he can even go like, like he's so good. Just wait for that.
Today's
Babe.
not that day.
No, it's
but
not today.
I had this vision. So
That wasn't mean to make fun of you. It was
No,
like
no, no.
so freaking good.
I appreciate it. I'll happily sing one time. There's a group of painters called the Group of 7, and it is a varied group of painters that were all roughly in the same time frame in Canada, and they painted largely landscapes, different styles, but there was a predominant theme, and I always there's a couple of pictures of some of the most famous ones, and the painter's got his little easel in the middle of the woods overlooking a lake and a mountain, and there's this, and my grandpa used to smoke a pipe for a bit before it was, you're not supposed to do that. I always had this vision that one day when I was old, I would oil paint landscapes while I smoked a pipe by my cabin by a lake in the mountains.
I love this vision, but that Luke has changed. So now,
Exactly. So
tell them about your new. Sorry,
the one from the other day,
No, like your
on
new.
that vision of the boat, that one.
Yeah, sorry to interrupt. I just got so excited because I was trying to picture you like doing landscapes, like
Yeah.
in a cabin smoking a cigar. I was like, that
No.
is not the Luke.
Yeah, and a pipe, by the way, not a cigar.
A pipe.
A pipe is very, very
Yeah,
much
pipe.
cooler. Anyway,
But anyway,
I
you
digress.
would have been still wearing like, I don't know, Birkenstocks and like.
totally.
like-
Anyway, so now I had this dream or something the other day, and it was us waking up in this sort of nice secluded cliff
love
face rocky cove in our catamaran that was moored there for the night, and we woke up together, and I made us a little coffee in one of those really European little espresso jobbies, and then carried your keyboard up to the deck and got my painting stuff together, and we sat in the front of the boat looking at the rocky cliff face and the shore while you played your music and I painted what I saw, and it was like, it just hit me like right now my whole
getting
body is
goosebumps.
reacting to it. I just can see it.
It's happening. It's
Like,
already
that
happened.
is peace. We're creating
I know.
in a beautiful space full of peace. And then you had the audacity one day to say that the boys were going to be there.
Well, I said they were surfing way down.
Yeah.
the
So
beach.
then in my head,
And
I
what a
had to try and
beautiful vision.
incorporate them in this beautiful vision. And yeah, they were in like the next cove
Like
over.
they're sleeping in and we're
doing something
serving.
over there. Yeah. So
Yeah.
I incorporated them geographically, but not actually
no,
physically into
not
my
in the
vision.
moment.
But
So
not that I don't love them. It's just
what I love, we do not go out anymore. Maybe we need to start.
heck yeah.
But
We went to that
we've-
DJ thing the other day. It was
Oh, so fun. But what I love is like I'll be playing piano, like just messing around, making up music, and then sometimes
creating absolute magic.
and he is sitting there either writing, creating these beautiful letters and just like outpouring his emotions. But then I look back and he just like drew an incredible thing with with
Whatever I have.
whatever he has
I
in
just
that
got these
moment.
cool little
Yeah, I
oil
know.
paint crayon things. I
And
can't wait.
someone gave us this beautiful art stand, so I'm excited. Anyways,
Yeah,
I'm so proud
actually,
of us. We've
cheers
turned
to
into
Dean.
total.
Cheers to Scouser Dean for the easel thing.
Like if we had it our way, we just talk on these all day and then paint, write,
Oh.
and play music.
Yeah.
But Luke
And then
also
maybe little
sings,
interludes for
and
other things.
We're just doing it all. So anyway,
Anyway, you wouldn't necessarily, if you'd known me in the past, know that I am just in love
Artistic.
with artistic stuff. I like to sing, I like to paint, I
yeah,
like to
because his
draw.
printing is horrible.
Yeah, no, I'm a terrible writer.
He
P.
can
Wood.
draw like a.
P. Wood knows that I can barely
His
write.
hands shake like a leaf, but then he's drawing and he's like an angel, and he looks so peaceful and happy. And then I start playing piano, and for some reason I just play classical. So my husband
magic.
loves it, and he's sipping his coffee and he's drawing his things, and he always draws something for me, guys. Like that is my husband. Like Luke would be like, "Oh my gosh, I'm always like drawing something for you." And I said, "Well, I'm always playing for you." And I get bummed if you're not listening, So
That's true. We have had a
think
couple of little tiffs
we're
over
each
that.
other's cheerleaders and biggest supporters, and I love you. So this is
Word.
Luke. This
Word
is
up.
Luke. Okay.
So do people know me now? Did I do what I was supposed to do?
I think there's one more question I wrote down, and these are too deep. We'll go on for.
How about you ask me a deep question and I shallow it out? Let's do that.
No.
No, it's a new game.
No,
Let's
he can
try.
really do that, and I don't like that. Okay. This is the closing.
My favorite color is blue.
Oh gosh. Okay. What are you looking forward to most? What are you so looking forward to over the next, I don't know, 6 months? Like, what are you just looking forward to?
You know what?
Not long term, like.
No. And I mean, in this exact moment, my wife promised me that after I answered all these questions,
It's
that
my birthday.
it is your birthday. I know. And it's
Morning.
fantastic. And you are the most lovely 41-year-old anybody could see.
Aw.
And then after this, you said that we could do some stuff. And so that's what I am most looking forward to.
No, but okay, there he did it. He promised he wouldn't just now, but like, I love you, babe.
You told me not to. I didn't promise I wouldn't. Big difference.
You guys, if you can hear us bickering all the time, anyways, let's
So,
go on.
What am I most looking
Come on,
forward to?
babe. What
you
do
know what? I know for sure
Let's go.
that we are going to
Let's fucking
swim with
go.
manta rays, and I just can't fucking
See,
wait.
he finds a hole in every question, like a dot. Like there's a huge world, and he finds this little pin
But not in like a little thing.
But
Like,
I
I
like
want to
it.
do it in the middle
We
of
just
the
both
Indian
surprise
Ocean.
each
I
other.
want to swim
with a
with
manta ray.
live
We're doing it.
manta rays.
Let's go.
Big
LFG.
ass
Let's
manta
go.
rays.
Me too.
So that's what I'm most looking
You
forward
know
to.
what, you guys? Conclusion. I am interviewing my husband, and my husband has interviewed me. And you know what's hilarious? We still don't know what each other are like. We don't know
Gonna
what we're
say.
gonna say. Like when I say an answer, he looks shocked and laughs. And then when he says answer, you guys, if you could see my face, we do need to get better at the camera. But if you could see my face, I'm like shocked. Like that's what I love about us.
Yeah, me too.
We're constantly like, what'd you say?
It's a game.
And it's funny. Like anyway,
I think that maybe is the best summary to the answer I should have given, which is I have no idea what to expect, Cass, and that
No,
is
but
what
like-
makes me the most happy.
but what are you looking forward to? Just, I think you're looking just forward to is being like, let's live now.
Yeah, I am
Let's
definitely.
release it.
I think my answer is still valid though. I think
Yeah,
not the
I love
mantas or the adult time. The other answer about not being sure what's
Yes.
next, aside from having 100% assurance that it's gonna be fucking awesome,
Yeah.
and that is the best answer, because not knowing what's next for sure makes me know that we are in growth, that we are in the right frequency for welcoming miracles every day.
Miracle, there
And
it
miracles every day I got from you, kid.
Yeah.
But
No, but
I've learned a million things from you, but I like that one.
you've helped me to remember, and I love that, babe. And this is the most exciting part of our lives because we are just going to live and remember not to get too focused on the next. And it's such a good reminder.
It's beautiful.
Yeah. So you guys, this is Luke Weingard, Luke Dawson Weingard. He is a beautiful man. He's 46. Finally, his beard is growing back. But I love him so much, and I choose him. And life is not easy. Life in marriage is definitely not easy. Life as parents is not easy. Jumping across the world and selling your life is not easy. But you know what is easy? That feeling that this is it, and if there like this is it, and this is my guy. So I'm so excited to be the person to hold this microphone with 17 euro stands and interview my beautiful husband. And I can't wait for his beard to grow back fully. But I love you, babe.
I love you. Thank you for
Let's
this.
go swim those manta rays and.
Boom. I can't wait. I got to get GoPro for that.
Oh my gosh, I love microphones. So let's get it.
Okay.
I love you, babe.
Love you too. Thank you,
Thank
babe.
you guys for hanging in.
Yeah. For those of you who did, well done. Ciao for now.
Ciao. He's trying to hit the
Yeah, the
done
off is
button.
always
He
a
always
thing.
does this. So 1, 2, 3.